So here we have the answer given to us. CBDA is the right sequence. Of course, I cannot have a sentence that starts with thus, right? So I can remove A safely. The result of repeated interactions between flock members is that each bird gains a particular social status related to its fighting ability. So basically, it says the result of repeated interactions between flock members is that I don't know who are the flock members. What kind of result are we speaking about? What is that repeated? I mean, it needs a broader idea. I'm not very though it is better than A, but still I'm not very comfortable starting my paragraph with statement B. I would look for something better. As the number of, again, the problem that is there with B is the same with A, with segment D. As the number and intensity of interactions between birds increase, so again you must justify the presence of this. So you are left with C as the opening sentence, and look at the structure of C. Many birds that form flocks compete through aggressive interaction for priority of access to resources such as food and shelter. Makes perfect sense. Many birds that form flocks compete through aggressive interaction. For what? For priority of access to something, right? So C is the good start. I cannot conclude with A, right? So I will not have A after this. I might have B and I might have D. As the number and intensity of interactions between birds increase, so increase the costs to each bird in terms of energy expenditure, time, and risk of injury. Thus, birds possessing the attributes that reduce the number of costly interactions. Now, you please understand number of costly interactions. What is this costly interaction referring to? This costly interaction is referring to basically the risk of injury. That means basically DA is a pair. You must keep them together. I'm starting with C, but DA is a pair. It says here, as the number and intensity of interactions between, I can have C, D, A. I'm not denying that. I'm just telling you that if I'm starting with C, and if I keep D here, then immediately after D, I must have A. Why? Because DA form a link. As the number and intensity of interactions between birds increase, so increase the cost to each bird in terms of energy expenditure, time, and risk of injury. So this cost is basically what we talk here in costly interactions. But does B make sense after that? A appears to be a firm conclusion. Having B after A makes no sense. I must have B here. And how? Many birds that form flocks compete through aggressive interactions for priority of access to resources such as food and shelter. The result of repeated interactions between flock members is that each bird, so basically aggressive interaction, and the result is given here. So it very much forms a pair, the result of repeated interactions. My point is that CDA is as good a pair as CB, or I would say CD is as good a pair as CB. But the problem is that D will take A, and placing B here makes no sense. And therefore, I would go with CBDA. D speaks of the cost, and B speaks basically of the result of this aggressive interaction. The result of the repeated interaction between flock members is that each bird gains a particular social status related to its fighting ability, with priority of access to resources increasing with higher status. So depending upon your ability to fight, your status keeps on increasing. And as the number and intensity of interaction between birds increase, so increases what? The cost. And therefore birds possessing attributes that reduce the number of costs in which they must be involved without leading to reduction in are at an advantage. It's a very, very top-notch question. CBDA is the link and the right answer. You must learn from these examples.